Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are well. I am out here in the wild. I'm taking a walk. I've never been here before, but today I decide to explore and see this area. It's such a beautiful area. This is like a beaver pond or something behind me, if you can see right here. This looks so lovely. Look at that. It's so nice. Wow. So beautiful. But there's beavers in this pond, and there's also ducks in this pond. It's such a nice area. So I drove my car here, and now I'm walking in this conservation area. It's very, very peaceful. As you can see, the water is behind me here, and I'm just strolling. And there's a lot of wildflowers and a lot of medicinal plants. Actually, I was here and I was just looking around, and I said, okay, I'm going to do a video after I look around. So I wanted to see like what kind of medicinal plants they have here, and see maybe if I can come back and get some medicinal plants. So actually there's a lot of medicinal plants in this little area here. There is so much. There's yarrow. There is, what did I see? I saw yarrow. I saw Senan's lace. There's willow in here. There is pine. There is some what do you call that? Bells. This is bells. Bells of Ireland. There's aster flowers in here. These flowers, they can make potpourri. I'm going to go back and show you all those things that I'm talking about. But there's a lot of flowers in here that can make potpourri. So you're gonna pick them and then you're gonna put them to dry, and they smell really nice. Let me show you some of these flowers. I actually have some of these flowers growing on my property, and they make excellent, excellent potpourri. If you look at them here, these ones here, are make good potpourri. They smell amazing, and mosquitoes are everywhere. But look, let me show you guys. Look at that, and they're very nice. Now this plant here is goldenrod. It has started to go to seed, and there's a lot of goldenrod out here. Let me show you all another flower that is out here. This 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 flower, oops, it's very nice. You can pick it and you can make potpourri too. These flowers, they smell amazing. So what you can do is you can come out here and you can pick it them, and you can put them in a bowl, and they have that scent. And when the scent go, you can actually put some essential oils on it, and you have a nice smell in your room. Let me also show you guys another flower that is growing here, and this is this. Okay, this flower grows here, and underneath this is it's like it looks like a potato like, and it's actually edible. But these flowers are very beautiful, and I have a lot by my barn. I don't know the name. I can't remember the name of that flower. Okay, then if you look in the back there, you see these beautiful flowers there. There's a, there's a whole bunch of them now growing here. But let me show you guys the little lake. I've never been here before, but I always wanted to come here. So I figure out, oh, today's a nice day to come and have a look at this lake. I know it's a beaver lake, and every time I think they come here and they break the beaver dams because they don't want the place to flood. But wow, it's very nice here. Let me show you guys. Let me turn the camera around. So look at that. This is so beautiful. I guess it's like there's a lot of frogs and turtles and stuff in here. Now this is an area where there's a lot of snapping turtle, so it is not advised to go in there because snapping turtles are everywhere in there. But let me show you guys the path. As you can see, it's a nice path, and look at all the flowers and stuff that is There, you see that? These beautiful flowers. And these ones are different. They're kind of curled in. You see how different these ones are? Those on my farm, they're like wide open, but these ones are curled in. So I think this is like a different variety of it. It's so beautiful, so gorgeous. Very nice. So you all, I showed those beautiful flowers. Let me see if I can show you another one. So these actually are some other flowers that is here. Look at this one. This one is so nice. There's a whole bunch of them all over the place. Okay. I don't like to pick things if I'm not going to use them in my environment, so I'm not going to pick any. But there's a whole bunch over there in the reeds, over there close to the water. There's a lot of them there. Ooh, look at a lot over here. So, oh, there's mushrooms. Yeah, there's mushrooms here too, and there's a lot of them right here. If you can see these whole vines growing there. So yeah, there's a lot of these beautiful little flowers growing there. And there's a lot of medicinal plants in here. I want to show you another, we call that pussy tail. I don't know how you call it, but this is called pussy tail. And you can use that to make fire, and you can make medicine with this also. The natives make medicine with that. You can also use this like the leaf, and you can make baskets with it. This you can weave. You have to soak it in water though, and then you weave it, and then you can make nice baskets, or you can make mats with it. And then this you can use it to make torches, like this part here. You can make torches with it. So you have to dip it like in candle wax, in wax, or you can dip it in some kind of how you call that, any fluid fuel that will light. You can soak it in it, and then you put it out to dry, and this becomes a wonderful, wonderful torch. You're outside and you want to just sit and enjoy yourself. You can do that. You can collect a whole bunch of them. They're all free in nature. And you can collect that, and you can, when you want to go outside in the nighttime and just enjoy the night air, that'll be a nice all natural torch to burn, like just a light to have outside. And you just stick it in the ground, and then it just lights, and it keep lighting for a very, very long time. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but these are something that you can do. And mosquitoes out here are amazingly a lot. And so over here, I just saw a lot of little ducks swimming in there. This, I don't know if you can see them, but the ducks are in there swimming in that. There's some ducks and some mallards swimming in there also. Okay, so let me show you guys some other medicinal plants that are growing in here. So this is wild lettuce. This is wild lettuce, and this is really good for pain. So it's at the end of the season, and it's making this beautiful leaf. At the end of summer, it changes color and make this white leaves. It's just very pretty. But in the summertime, it stays like this. It stays like this color, just green. And you can pick this wild lettuce, and you can add it to concoctions. Say for cold and cough, like if you're making a fire cider, you can also add that. I want to also show you this plant here, which is a flower. It has a really nice smell. It smells amazing. And again, you can use it for potpourri. This plant here is called goldenrod. And goldenrod, you can use it for medicine. You can use it for pain. You can use it for aches, for rashes, for sunburn. I talk a lot about goldenrod on my channel. And if you want to find more about goldenrod, you can go on my channel and you know have many videos about goldenrod, because I use goldenrod a lot, and so you can go find information on goldenrod. But here we have a lots of reed, and if you're a person who likes nature and you want to use natural materials in nature, you can pick these reeds, you can dry them, soak them in water, and you can make beautiful baskets with those reeds. Just amazing. So when I walk in nature, my eyes are always like wide open, because I'm looking for things that I can come back and pick and use in whatever I'm making. Now, when I was up there, I also discovered some yarrow, and this yarrow are yellow yarrow. On my property, I have white yarrow. So these ones are yellow yarrow. So let me come closer, you can see. So these are yellow yarrow and they have gone to seed. So this was yellow like this. It's almost gone to seed. And these ones, you can pick them and you can soak them in oil and you can use them for skin ailments also. And there's a lot of them here. Look at that. There's a lot of them here, and most of them are dry already. So I'm gonna come back here, and I am going to collect some seeds. And this again is some more wild lettuce here, and these ones have gone to seed. This is the seed. See, these things are the seeds. So if you want them on your property, you just take that and you just sprinkle it, and then they'll grow back um, on your property. Now this is another medicinal plant, also good for the skin. I'm always forgetting the name. Back home we call that one, I think sleepy eye or something, if you guys know the name for it. But it have this purple, it makes this purple flowers, like it makes purple flowers, right? So if you know the name, um let me know. But this is a good medicinal plant, and you can use it like to wash your foot if you have smelly feet, if you like any like skin ailments and stuff, you can use it to wash your foot. This is a good plant to use to wash your foot, or even to wash your hair for dandruff and stuff like that. um there's another plant here. This one is St. Anne's lace. So St. Anne's lace is a woman's plant, and you can use that plant for all woman ailments. For example, like menstruation, um, like PMS. You can also use that St. Anne's lace. St. Anne's lace is good for hair, skin, the nails. So you can just, what you want in the St. Anne's lace, you want these flowers. You want the flowers, and you want to dry the flowers, and then you're going to use the flowers to make whatever oils or whatever. Like if you're going to make some, if you're gonna add it to any tinctures or stuff, you should use the flowers. This also is a medicinal plant, and this is yarrow. Sorry, this is yarrow. This also is another medicinal plant, and this is yarrow. But this yarrow is very late, and as you can see, it's just coming up, and you see the flower here. It's yellow, so this is what it's gonna look like. It's a late yarrow. But this yarrow is different because it's very fragrant. The other yarrow that I show you, the flowers itself is fragrant, but this one, the stem is fragrant, the flowers is fragrant, and this yarrow tends to come out like later. See, now it's September, so now this yarrow is coming out, but the smell, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I'm gonna come back with my basket, and I'm gonna pick some of that yarrow leaf, these, and I'm gonna dry them, and I'm definitely make a nice oil with it. So now is the time like to gather stuff. Now it's the fall season. If you're living in an area, you see this is like it's an area to walk, a conservation area where people walk and stuff. But it's like a green belt, so you can pick plants and stuff. Here's not an area that you can't pick plants. It's just like a green area for people to walk and enjoy. And if you look here, look at all of that. This is all going to seed now, and they look so like let me smell them. They smell really good actually. They smell like really nice. So these are all goldenrod, the same thing that we saw over there. So the goldenrod are going to seed. But this is what I'm telling you guys. Like when the area that you live in, there is so much plants out there. You just have to know the plants and you use them. Come out here and pick them and use them. Look at this yarrow. Look at that. Big bunch. The smell is so good. So let me show you guys how you want to get some wild yarrow seed and plant it. So you see now that the yarrow is like this, all you have to do is you want to squeeze it in your hands like this, and then you see these little white things that are in my hands, these little white things that you're seeing. This is the yarrow seed. And what you want to do is you want to take this seed and you just want to sprinkle it all over like this on your property. And the next spring, you're going to have loads and loads of the same yarrow looking like this. The one that I showed you before, I'm going to dig a couple of them out because these ones are not going to go to seed um, by the time the first snowfall. So if I want to have some of my property, I got to dig it up. The last one that I showed, the last yarrow. But yarrow is so good for pain, for aches, for cuts and bruises. Yarrow is something that you must have in your medicine cabinet. It's such an essential medicinal plant, and I advise you guys to, once you know there's yarrow in your area, go and pick some, dry some, make some tinctures, make some oils, make some salve using yarrow, because you're gonna be using it for medicinal purpose. You're gonna be using it if you try to get a cut, a scrape, a burn. If you're cooking and you get a burn, you make your yarrow salve, you can use that yarrow salve on your burn. It works really well. And mixing goldenrod and yarrow together, it's just an excellent salve to make because it works well. And if you have plantain, just in this area you hardly find any plantain, but um, if you find some plantain and dry them, that'll be great also. I want to also show you some more wild plants that you can gather here. Let me just turn the camera around. So this right here, it's like a lettuce, and in the spring you can pick this and you can eat it as a green. This is a very nice green. It tastes really good. I have that on my farm. And there's a whole big bunch here also. It's a wild lettuce. This is another prickly. This is the other prickly wild lettuce. And this is also very good for pain. This you can soak in alcohol and you can use it for pain, or you can make an oil with it. But this is really good. This here is burdock. So this here is a different, it's burdock, but it's like a curly leaf burdock. And they tend to come out, this variety comes out late in like September. In September, these ones come out. So these are good ones. The leaves are good to harvest too because you can use it for ailments and stuff too. This is great. So I was showing you guys this wild lettuce. It's so good for pain, but this one is a prickly wild lettuce. And it's very prickly. I'm holding it right at the edge. But I want to show you what it really looks like, because these ones, they grow low down. So this is what it looks like. This wild lettuce here, the prickly one, this is what it looks like. If you want to get the seed, it looks like this. And then this is what the flower itself looks like. It looks similar to the flower of the regular wild lettuce, but it's just smaller. And this prickly wild lettuce tend to grow like lower down, so it's lower. It's very prickly. You gotta be. This is very prickly. You gotta be careful. But this prickly wild lettuce, it's really good. What you can do is you can collect the stem, you can collect the leaves, and then you can boil it down, and it becomes like a black looking liquid, and then you can use it for pain. Also, something else that you can do is you can just pick it green and chop it up in pieces, and then you can pour alcohol over it and leave it to soak for 6 weeks or a month or whatever you want. And then after, you strain it out, and then you will have this strong, potent painkiller. You can also mix it with camphor or any essential oil. You can also turn it into a salve by just adding butters to it, and then you can use it like a heat rub on your body. It's really, it works good for pain. And if you even want to make it stronger, you can add some willow leaf and willow bark to it, and this will even make it much more potent, guys. So I just wanted to come out here and talk to you guys and show you guys all the things that are in the wild, all the things that are in nature that you can harvest, that you can just go out and look and forage. And this is the reason why we choose to live out in the countryside, because I can come here with my basket and I can forage all these things, cut them up, dry them, and I can add them to my soaps and to my oils and have like a rich product that is natural, that is holistic, and that is so much better for the skin. When I want to make any scrubs, or if I want to make anything, I just come and I pick some of these flowers, I pick some of these medicinal plants, I dry them and I grind them up, and I just use them to make scrubs. I use them to make oils. If I want to wash my hair, like I said, usually when I making my hair wash, my hair rinse, I can come out here and I can pick some of those plants that I show you and just infuse them and add that to my hair wash, and I have a beautiful, natural, healthy, uh, sulfate free hair wash or hair rinse that is really good for my hair and really good for my scalp. And this is why I like living in nature. I like living in the country because Mother Nature has every single thing that we need. We just have to come here and take it. Now, one thing I want to say is when you're harvesting stuff in nature, make sure that there's more than one plant. And if you only find one plant, just harvest a small amount of the plant. If the plant is prolific and it's everywhere, then you could take as much as you want. But if it's a small plant, you want to leave the plant to continue its life cycle and multiply the next year, because you may look at all these plants and you may think, oh, they're just plants, but every one of those plants has a purpose. And you may think they're wild, but they're serving a purpose. And some species, they complement another species. Some species repels insects. Some species are for food for certain insects and birds and little microorganisms and stuff that you may not know about. So when you're outside foraging, looking for stuff, finding plants, make sure you don't go out there and just destroy. Make sure you regenerate. You give things the chance and the opportunity to come back and have a new life again. So next year you can come back and harvest. I love to go into these green spaces in these areas because it's like a feast to my eyes and it's like medicine to my brain because I can identify a lot of plants. What I also do is when I come in certain places, I bring like a book, some of my plant books with me, and I look at the plants that are in the book and I just go on a hunt and I try to find some of the plants that are in the books, because I have a book, I think that has 3,000, yeah, I have this big book, it's heavy, but I think it has like 3,000 wild plants in Ontario, medicinal plants and wild edible plants as well as medicinal plants. And I can take my book and I can come out here and I can just look for the plants that I want and the plants that I want to use in different things that I'm crafting for my body, whether it be oils, whether it be hair things to make hair washes, additives to add to my soaps and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, you guys, if you want to be close to nature, you want to be living a more holistic life, you want to live in a more natural life, you need to really get yourself familiarized with plants, wild plants, especially plants that are native to your area where you live in, and then see how you can use them for your daily life for medicines. Because a lot of medicines that we use in the store, some of them, they do have a lot of these plants in them. When I study and I read and I research stuff, I am amazed at how much plant is in some of the medicines that you're using. But you do not know because you are not familiar with the scientific names. So they use a lot of scientific names to kind of confuse you so you don't know it's a plant. So one thing I want to say is, when you are looking at plants, make sure you know the scientific names, because sometimes they give you scientific names and then you don't know the common name. So it's very important to know the common name and the scientific name. So if you see a scientific name, you say, oh, the scientific name for yarrow is, oh, they're talking about yarrow or something like that, right? So get yourself knowledgeable and know about things so you can make a good decision when you're deciding what things you want to use on your body, or what medicines you want to craft using natural plants. And I want to show you guys how the Senan's lace look once, ooh, she's dropping seeds. So this is the Senan's lace once she's completely dry, and Senan's lace has a dot in the middle. So if you want St. Anne's lace to be growing on your property, you come and collect the seeds, and the seeds looks like this, and you just sprinkle the seeds all over your property, and then the next year you're gonna have St. Anne's lace. So guys, I hope this video was very informative. I am going to come back here another day and do some picking, and I'm also going to explore this area on that other end to see what other medicinal plants that are here. I'm going to bring my book with me and identify some more plants. And while I'm here, I saw some milkweed. Look at that. Look at this milkweed. You see that? It's going to seed. I'm gonna leave it to go to seed. Then I'm gonna come and pick it and sprinkle it on my property. That's what I do. I take native plants and I sprinkle it. And this is really good for pain too. This milkweed thingy, it's really, really good for pain. So I'm gonna sprinkle that all over. Wow, there's a lot of them here. See, a lot of them is here. See that? And this is also good for butterflies. So if you bring that on your property, you'll be attracting a lot of butterflies. So if you want some of that on your property, get it and sprinkle it, and then you'll be attracting a lot of butterflies. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I will see you in the next video. Remember, you're beautiful. Take care of yourself and always keep learning. The more you learn, it's the better for you. And learning helps you to make better choices. It helps you to be more informed, and it just makes you an overall grounded person. So yeah, I'm getting into my vehicle. I'm gonna take an errand to the store. There's a nice grocery store that I like to go to, which is close to here. And my home is not too far away. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I was just saying hi to you know, when you have the camera and people see you, they're like, you're a YouTuber, you know. So I tend to meet a lot of YouTubers. Here's a nice area. I think people come here, people film, people walk around, they do videos, maybe they do movies. There's a nice forest, there's a nice park. You know, there's a nice area to walk. It's a really nice area. So people come here and do stuff. So these guys say, hey, YouTuber, say hi, hi. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna head off and head off to the store. So stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.